Hey, what's up, fam? Welcome to my channel. My name is Steve. The channel is Re-Vera. I wanted to talk today a little bit about what this channel is actually all about. So if you've seen my intro video, most of my videos on the channel are political and they don't really link to what I say the channel is all about. Because this channel is really all about helping people and making people's lives better. I want to make the world a better place. I want to help people live a better, more satisfying, more contented, and better in every way you possibly can life. And I've been focusing on politics for the last few months since I started my channel because I sincerely believe that Bernie Sanders had a significant chance, and him winning would do an immense amount of benefit to everybody. But that's kind of done. There's not a whole lot of work to be done on the electoral side, in my opinion, but you should get familiar with your own local races. If you have a progressive running, go balls to the wall, help them win, in your local races, whatnot. But when it comes to national politics, I've already said my piece. It's not a final. We'll let, my calculations can change if somebody presents me with a good argument, or if Biden and the DNC change track. If Biden comes, reverses his thing on Medicare for all and says that, he was wrong to say he was going to veto it. And then, most importantly, he needs to choose a progressive VP, because words are cheap. I don't really care what Biden says. I don't care what his policies are on his campaign page, because I don't trust him. But choosing a progressive VP, that's real. He can't easily undo that. Plus, he's ancient, and the VP could end up actually being president, so it's pretty important. So I don't think there's a whole lot to do electorally. So I want to get back to what this channel is really all about, which is, again, making your life better. So what would make your life better? I come from a very good background for this. I've kind of been involved in self-improvement my whole life. I've had people asking me for advice since I was 12, including my own parents, which was a little interesting. I'm always been fascinated by the human mind and influence, and how to influence others, and how to improve your life, how to improve the way you think, all this kind of stuff. I've actually have a certificate in hypnotherapy, so I can practice that at a professional level, as well as just an entire lifetime's worth of studying at a more kind of lay level, and reading books about how to change yourself, how to make your life better, how to change the way you think and improve your life. And I would like to approach the self-improvement thing from a more leftist perspective, because it is what the right has correct, is that you as an individual can improve your own life. What they have wrong is that's not a solution for systemic problems. If you improve your skill set and get a better job, so you're not working for minimum wage anymore, that helps you, but somebody else is going to take your job and still be working minimum wage. The systemic problems aren't improved through individual action, and they can't be. Like, if Tony Robbins cloned himself, and every single person in the United States had Tony Robbins as a personal coach, and upped their game 300%, the average income in the United States wouldn't change. It would just get more competitive. You'd have to know your shit and nail interviews in order to get a minimum wage job, just because everything would be more competitive. That's the thing. It doesn't actually change the system for people in it to be better, but it can change it for you, and that's important, because if we as the left become more successful in our own lives, that helps us sell our vision for the future, because people respect you more when you're successful in life. It's just an unavoidable fact. We all have that crazy meth head cousin who has strong opinions about all kinds of conspiracy theories, and will tell you all kinds of stuff, and will tell you what you should do with your money, and this is a great investment. And do you listen to him on anything? You might nod along out of politeness, or you might just tell him to fuck off, but you're not going to change your mind because of anything he says. Now, that's an extreme example, but the point is, the more you respect somebody, the more you're likely to listen to them. So that's, on the one hand, that does help us sell our leftist ideas and persuade people. Another factor is when you're more successful in life, you're going to have more money available, more resources, and that helps drive the left forward as well. If you can afford to give the $2,500 to a primary campaign versus $25, and there's enough more people doing that, that also helps. So, most importantly, just forgetting the whole world, the whole system. Some things are beyond our control. The world's fucked up, probably always going to be fucked up, but we as individuals only get the one life. We might as well make the best of it. If you're going to sit around and wait for things to change at the government level so that you can have a better life, you're going to have a shitty life. You can't wait. We have to do the best we can in the system we currently have, but at the same time be advocating to make the system better. I think that working on both sides of that coin is the key to everything. We want to have the best lives we can personally lead, and at the same time try to make the system better. So feel free to drop a comment, DM me on Twitter. I have all my information and whatnot. You can DM me on Discord, whatever. I'd love to talk to people. The video I had with Swoletariat, I think, is the only video I've even done on this channel that really is true to the mission I had in mind when I started the channel. Me and Swoletariat had a great talk about some issues he's had and how to make it better. And my idea, my vision, is that we can make life better through logic and critical thinking and approaching things methodologically. Success leaves clues. Every problem you have in your life right now is solvable, and somebody else has solved it. Your problems aren't unique. And if you can, one way I like to think about it is if you took somebody who's the best in the world, has all the knowledge in the world for solving that one particular problem, and mind swapped with them so they're in your shoes, they would solve your problem. For an example, I'm in the car business, and I've talked to car salesmen that are stuck selling 6 cars a month, 10 cars a month, which isn't very good. And they might have all kinds of excuses about why that is, but I asked them, if Grant Cardone, who's one of the top rated automotive trainers in the world, if he swapped into your body, you swapped minds with him, and everything else was the same, do you think he'd be selling 6 to 10 cars a month? No freaking way. He'd be selling 30 plus, and it's just because of what he knows. But here's the thing, you can learn that, and that's true about everything. If you have relationship problems, there is somebody who's just understands relationship mechanics so well that they could solve those problems if they were in your position, or teach you to solve those problems. Money issues. Maybe it's just a matter of managing your mental state. That's a huge thing that so many people don't know how to do, and I don't think anybody does it perfectly, but it makes your life significantly better to be able to learn some basics of mental discipline. Sorry, this is just such a beautiful drive here in Sonoma County. I don't know how much of this you can see. Driving through a rural area here, and it's all green and little ranches, animals, all that good stuff. So anyway, that's my vision. I'd like to consult with people at a business level, at a personal level. I'm all about solving problems, and I think I can help people solve all kinds of problems. I think I can help people solve business problems. if you work, especially at an automotive dealership, let me know, because I have a lot of experience in the automotive industry, and I've have an excellent success record at solving problems within the industry and turning that business around. But also just talking to people, giving advice, building new habits and breaking old habits. That's a huge one. That's what hypnotherapy is best at. Hypnotherapy isn't like psychiatry. You're not treating like actual diagnosable mental disorders. It's more about helping you become a more healthy person. It's about breaking habits and building new habits. One of the things it's most well known for is its phenomenal ability, if you have a good hypnotherapist, at helping people stop smoking and other like deep habits like that. There's a whole lot of people who in one session of hypnotherapy quit smoking when nothing else would work. Me personally, I had some really deep habits I'd had for decades that I couldn't break at all, and hypnotherapy just completely, one session, done. And that's what made me start thinking about it. It's just basically a way to help you reprogram your mind a little bit. So it's very interesting in that respect. I've wanted to use my hypnotherapy certification for ever since I got it, probably 2-3 years ago now, and never really have, because I got promoted in the car business, and it's hard to replace that level of income right away. And I wanted to start it part-time, but that's a challenge because you can't really be a consultant or a therapist without an office. It's not very professional to have people in your home. There's a bunch of reasons that's just not a good idea as a consultant / therapist. It's not just appearances, it's just really not a good idea. But I had this idea. I've always loved to fish. I had an idea of being a charter captain at one point, because that's just like my dream job. I think that'd be awesome. And found a crazy good deal on a 26-foot boat and bought it. And I'm thinking what I can do is I can use my boat as an office. So drop a comment, let me know what you'd think of that. Imagine, meeting at the boat, having a quick consultation, going out, having an amazing day on the water, fishing, and then another consultation when you get back. Because I'm not a licensed charter captain yet, just to be clear. So nobody would be paying me to go on the boat. But, you could use the boat before and after and then go fishing and get paid. So kind of a different approach there. But I think it'd be really interesting because through a hypnotherapy relaxation protocol, you could really get in the right frame of mind to just have the best day of your life. And Bodega Bay is a really underrated fishery. It's gorgeous. There's all kinds of... You're very likely to see whales, there's dolphins, there's seals, there's sea lions, there's sea otters, there's the kelp forests, there's spear fishing that's beautiful, and scuba diving. The fishery is great. It's some of the best tasting fish around. You can catch salmon, is my favorite fish. And that, really good salmon fishery. There's halibut, there's lingcod. And August, September, and October, there's albacore tuna like crazy sometimes. I guess not all the time. But that's like tuna and salmon are like my two favorite fish, and they're right out there. Also Dungeness crab. So, that's a delicious thing to do. So I think that'd be fun. Let me know what your thoughts are. Kind of combine a few things there, have a full day trip. Gives you a lot of time to talk, get to know each other, like really figure out how you're thinking and give suggestions on how to change it, and low key, and just have a wonderful day. So it's an interesting angle to me. I've never heard of anybody doing it. So let me know what your thoughts are and if you'd do it, and whether you'd do it hypothetically or if you're actually interested in doing it. So obviously nothing's going to be happening for a while with COVID-19. So I'm just going to be getting the boat and getting to know the water around here and stuff like that. But let me know what your thoughts on that are. I'd appreciate it. But anyway, I'm going to take care of some stuff on the boat, and I will talk to you all later.